Welcome back to OpenTTD. It's a year later. The company is profitable-ish again. I let it run for quite a while. But let's look at things a little bit together, just so that we're all on the same page about what's actually going on. So we have revenue that is generated by trains, road vehicles, ships. And we can also see we have operating expenses. So we can see our trains are profitable in theory. So trains make more money, revenue, than they have operating expenses. So we have some profit here. Same for road vehicles, same for ships. We do have infrastructure costs, however, which are quite huge. They're 2.78 per year. 2.78 million per year. And we don't have that much profit. So that's why we're not really making a lot of money. We also had some loan interests, which I paid off already. We have new construction. So we're now profitable over the year. If we don't build anything new, we're profitable. But our infrastructure costs are huge, especially since we're building and continuing to build infrastructure projects that are double-track lines, which are not particularly heavy filled with trains. So you have to imagine that the cost per kilometer on such a track where you connect two little towns here is pretty huge, and it has to be coming from somewhere. So our passenger trains are using a lot of money. The other thing is, as you can see here, transfer costs are another thing. The way it's set up with this modded version is that you have passengers have destinations. They don't want to go to any station from one station to any other stations. They want to be delivered to their final destination, and until their final destinations, they basically don't book the profit. So that's another limiting factor on our journey. So we have to actually deliver people to the end. And of course, that means like on some routes, we just have way too little passenger connections to actually generate that last mile revenue. And the way the system works is that it books more or less just transfer costs until then. So these trains here, the Mikasavi to Vilmark, I'm actually surprised by, but these are hugely unprofitable. And I think it's because they may be more or less blocked a lot of times, or because they're just really slow. So upgrade opportunities are there. And now we're at a point where we don't have a loan. We're barely making enough money that we're generating a little bit of a plus. So I had to run the game for almost a year to really get to that point, because we're generating such a little bit of a plus. So I think on some routes we just have to get more trains on them. And what I want to do is resolve this here, because this is also a blocker in the end. So what I would like to do is carefully generate a connection to there, because I don't think we really want to have like, what makes it complicated is these two lines that are forming. You can see that they're joining, like there's almost like a circle joining. It's ridiculous. Why should we do that? Like, let's just join these two lines early. They're not really full anyway, seems to me. And then this already resolves itself in a much more easy way, where you don't have like so many merges. So I didn't really do much infrastructure investment. What I did is put a little bit more signaling on this track, because there was a lot of traffic here and traffic jamming. It still kind of is in a lot of ways. Yeah, it definitely is. That's like lost money opportunities basically. And I think one of the problems is, like, you can see this station here has 4 trains in it because they cannot leave fast enough. And that is very often the case, that because of the passenger trains want to join onto this line, and they do that sometimes only to go like straight here. So they were like going like left here, going onto this, blocking the cargo trains, just because they wanted to go straight here. And now at least they will just also go up here, which is much more better for everybody involved. So that's already nice. So what about this connection? Does that make sense? Because like you can go right here, just so the only way you can go from here is now here, then in there. So that makes no sense. So let's remove that for sure. Does this one make sense? Yes, it does. If they want to from here go down here, then this would make sense. But I feel like we can probably optimize that as well. Maybe by building a bridge connection. Yes. So we will build a bridge here. And that'll go like that. And then it has to go into this one. Interesting conundrum. Well, we can do another bridge here, ridiculous as it might be. Do that. Yeah, that should work. And that will alleviate us from having to do this connection here at all. So this is nice. It's very nice. Looks like not much, but I think this is huge actually, that you have less connections here. Basically any crossing that you can avoid this is huge. So then the only crossing that remains is this one. So can we avoid that one? And the answer is probably yeah. Probably yeah. I mean, firstly we can go here. We kind of pulled it out so that the trains can leave easier, I guess. That's why we put it like all the way back here, I guess, right? Because I was thinking if we can join this one a bit earlier, we can make a tunnel here or something. Right. So, or a bridge. I mean, there's like an opportunity to do a bridge here. Yeah. All right, let's try it out. I'm open to experimentation here on this. It's a bit of a experiment that can easily go badly as well, but hey, it's worth trying out. Like that. Because as I said, any crossing you can avoid is pretty huge. And now that we don't have a crossing here anymore, I think it's actually not a bad thing to place a signal here even. Because there's nothing it can block, basically. Because everything is like without any crossings. No. So this is pretty darn good. So let's see, the situation is here still that there's 2 trains in here basically. Still pretty full. The backlog of trains is pretty big as well, and they're sometimes stopped out. So it's because we merged like multiple trains here together. I would love to upgrade the signals here on this this bridge quickly to make them like super narrowly spaced now. So I will, just for a split second, take away the access to the bridges, remove the signal spacing super tight. And access back before anybody gets lost with their pathfinding. And you turn around, please. You got incorrectly routed. You turn around, please. Come on. What are you waiting for free path, my friend? Path is very free. Just go. You just got confused by something. Yes. Yeah, much better with the narrower pathing. And now this one is blocked because the steel train, for some reason, wants to go up here. Is that a bug? It wants to go up here. Where does it want to go? To Saltford? No, okay. It's a valid idea. In theory, I guess. Not intended, but it's valid. Okay, we have another stop here because this train is already reserving the path all the way there because there is a lack of signaling. Although there is a signal here, just maybe a bit too ambitious signal. Yeah, a few more signals here wouldn't hurt. So that is fine. Can we optimize the exit and entry actually? No, it's pretty fine as well, I think. Honestly, I mean, you can definitely optimize it. We have the space for optimization, but I mean, it doesn't look like it's very often slowing down. That's my point. So let's look at it a bit more. And one train type that we definitely need to upgrade is the Villemart to Champerieux line. We know that this one is just at the capacity and beyond. So Champerieux is such a small station. And the other way around, we also see a huge bottleneck here. Ah yeah, one thing that I also did is on some of them, I actually decided to remove the automation because they're just standing in the station for a huge amount of time. And it just feels very unnecessary. So I just removed the automation. They just run whenever they're at the station. Just go, basically. I think that's a better strategy for most routes actually now that I'm thinking about it. So this is the one that we definitely want to improve or increase. Yeah. So if we can afford it, we'll run a few new trains here. And they will be booked out like crazy. And theoretically they can make a profit. Last year they didn't. Not sure why. Or why not, rather. Because they should be making profit. They're pretty... I mean, actually, it's a good point to maybe upgrade them. Because those are also like super important trains. So let's just check that out. That opportunity out. Villemart to Champerieux. Here. So little trains on this. So we're running the Lady of the Lake. So definitely we can get a faster one. We have some really slow one here. A tube tunnel started to be built below it, so it's a tube train. Yeah, this one. Higher reliability, newer version. Running costs a little bit higher, but much more pull. I think we can definitely get them replaced. Then the next thing is about the wagons. So we have much better wagons now. Wow, much better ones, but they are also longer. That is a bit of an issue with the longer wagons because they require us then to... Okay, then send all of them to the depot. And I will send new ones out. We're gonna buy new ones. Okay, this one. And passengers. 6-wheel or this one? Yeah, this one. Just have much more capacity also probably, right? How much capacity do we have here? Total cargo 300. And this one 26. Well, a few more. It's a good deal. So go to and copy those orders. The 195 is the new model here. will go to the Champagner Villemart one. We'll group them by orders. Or do we? No. Okay, you are here. You can be sold off. So 195, you are the only one that ought to be remaining. That was not quite what I wanted, but that's okay. Champagner Villemart, where are you? This one and this one. We still have to go to the depot, and we will have to clone our 195s as much as we can afford it, which is not much. Okay, so we're only running the new trains on that route. That in theory can go much faster. In practice, we can see that it's stopped out quite a bit. By what? Don't know. Why is it going super slow here? Because of the tight curves, right? Huh. This tight curve here is making an issue. Let's just observe that for a second. I want to find that out. How that works. Where are you? Am I stupid? You're here. 60, 70. That's okay. Let's see about this one. There's like a lot of lack of signals here. 80. No, it's not because of the tight curves, it's because of the signals. Yeah. There's just a lack of signaling here. Basically that prevents the trains from being more effective. Because they have to stop out and then re-accelerate, which takes quite a long time. So then let's do a big renovation here. In just a second. Once we get back into the profitability area. Okay, we're now in the profitability area. So let's see. What I was proposing to do was to, I'm not sure if that's a good idea, just remove the signals here, then place new ones, and then with a signal distance of only 2, place new ones here. That should have hopefully done it. I'd only did it until here. So we'll basically kind of do the same here. Okay, this kind of doesn't work because it needs to remove the signals first, otherwise. Okay, now signals are super tight and packed here on this track. I kind of hate the look of two space signals. That's why I don't like to use them that much. But hey, what you don't do for your trains to run good or more better. All right. Okay, would love to purchase more trains, but hey, we're gonna go in the negative in a second again. So before we do, just purchase 2 more trains. Don't tell the accountants. So you're coming fully loaded with people from all over the world going to Walmart. How much money you gonna make? Did I see negative transfer costs? Because people want to travel further onwards, huh? I see. But yeah, the problem hopefully can be solved in just a bit. Let's really double down on that. Let's go back into debt. I know. Austerity be damned. We're running here a public transportation company, and the people have expectations about that we should meet. Okay, these are all temporary expenses, but hey, this will basically these trains ought to be able to pay itself off, because we can just get the connection between Walmart and Champollion done so much better. Because this train comes fully loaded with passengers. So let's just observe that. In theory, at least the transfer cost should at least be positive, because if it's negative, that means basically that this route in general makes no sense, which I would be very surprised by. Okay, a lot of stop and going here, unfortunately. Oof. Are these tunnels like badly signed or what? No, it's just that the station is tiny. It's tiny for so many people to stand on. Like 5,000 people standing on the station is just ridiculous, obviously. Okay, it's now going almost to the tunnel. It's now in the tunnel. And what do we get? Yeah, a positive transfer cost at least. So where are you heading now? Oh, you cannot head around. Somehow you're thinking you need to continue on here. That is a problem. If you think you need to head around here, that's definitely probably you should just turn around. Do you have the same idea? Are you auto-spaced? Yes, please don't do that. Go to Walmart. Oh, you don't know how to go to Walmart. That is crazy. How did they not know? How do they not know? Okay, let's hack that quickly. Yeah, just I mean, they turn around somewhere back there, and then they're coming back, but that's not ideal. Also, what I now built is not ideal. But I'm surprised that they, just because it's not roll on, roll off, they don't manage to find a way. It's really, how do you call it? Not very confidence inspiring. So, Yeah, let's build like the more proper solution, I suppose, which is gonna be rerouting through the backyards here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why that problem exists 100% of the place, but yeah, we'll just fix it no matter why it exists. One more, remove one more, please. Not enough cash. Eek. Come on. Come on, give Papa some cash. Why is it so expensive? 4,000. It doesn't even look good. That is frustrating. Looks ridiculous, like a tunnel with under a bridge. Dear Lord, what have we done? Yeah, but hey, you can now turn around here to go to Walmart. Don't you like that? That ought to be good. Yeah, we don't need to repay our loan yet because we're going to go negative here at the beginning of the month due to infrastructure cost being pretty high. Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely a necessity to do it like that so that they can quicker turn around, because otherwise that's ridiculous. They were going like super weird ways before, which also doesn't help with the profitability. So we still have 4,000 passengers here, but it has decreased. That's a good news. What is not good news is that. Holy balls, what's the hell? I guess you got confused and I placed the signal wrong. Awkward. I cannot remove the signal. Okay, can I turn you just around? Nope. Okay, let me just place that signal the other way around. What the hell? What, did I do that? Did I do that? I think I did that. Maria Tafel to the Markt. Oh. Okay. So let's just quickly, while we still have the names, open them up. Maria Tafel and Maria whatever. No, I need to find out where they are. Did I place that? Or is that like normal? So it was Maria Tafel. Not iron ore. Those were passenger trains. Let's just see if I see them quickly. Or maybe they're not so important to be improved. Maria Tafel to Wilmarkt. I don't know. Maybe it's not so important. Or maybe they were mail trains. But I mean, there's no train that has 0 basically. So it's not like it's super urgent. Don't quite get the order. Is there like a space at the beginning of this maybe? Yes. That's why it's sorted to the top. Okay, let's not get upset about that. And let's take a look at the rest of the railway here. Okay, this bridge here is also like extremely badly signed. Oh, we couldn't afford here to place more signs, unfortunately, right now. Because it's the beginning of the month and we paid off all our infrastructure costs and we still have to get that money in. Yeah. You can see that as soon as the signal density decreases, like the train's a little bit more stopping going. Yeah, they still have quite a bit of work way ahead of them. Yeah, but the profitability is more or less there. It's just that we just have to get things doing. These trains here, Kirchen to Wilmart, different ones. I was wondering whether our new trains are profitable. I haven't seen them yet. It should be recognizable with the bigger wagons. Can't find a path. Yeah. Feldau, Wilmart up the moor. You really got lost here to Feldau. Feldau on the moor. No, it's quite correct. You should just. Your next destination is Wilmart though. Like, why did you go back in here? It's a bit odd. I guess I'd skip it and you can go here. Okay, yeah, I will call the episode here. Oh, here's one of those wagons. Yes. Why is it still stopped here and waiting to load? I think it's just something with the timetable, is it? If I say clear the time, clear the time, clear the time, clear, clear, clear. I suppose it will get itself in order. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.